All right, we had a little bit of a delay there. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Asbiel, and I'm the Guildmaster of the Guild of Legends, located in the heart of the multiverse. And today we're jumping in to American Truck Simulator. We previously had been playing Euro Truck Simulator 2, uh, but with me having a little bit more familiarity on the American roadways, and preferring not to have to figure out which side of the road I have to be on every time I go into a new country. We thought jumping into American Truck Simulator would be the way to go. And on top of that, it was quite readily available at the time. Steam sales and all, make it very affordable sometimes. Now, here's the thing. I didn't play this game up to the point where I would have my own truck like I had intended to do. But I don't want to just jump in and do more of the same that we'd done before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check out how much it's going to be for a truck. And I'm just going to I'm going to get a loan, and I'm going to buy the cheapest truck I can possibly get, just because I'm curious to see how that changes things up. But looking at this, I'd be just under 120. So if I got 100,000, I'd be able to get this truck. If I got 110, I'd be able to get this one, which is presumably a little bit better. I don't know anything about the terminology. I have the fatigue thing turned off, so I don't know if the cabin type, between being like a day cab and I don't know what they call it, but like a sleeper cab or whatever. I don't know if that would make a difference normally at all anyway, but I especially don't know if it would make a difference with fatigue turned off. So I can't worry about it anyway, because I only have these three options. Yeah, so let's take a look at the bank and see what we have for options there. Oh shoot, I could do 400,000. I don't want to do 400,000. Can I get... Let's see if I can do 100,000. And maybe this is a bad idea, but let's see if I can also get 10,000. Because I think that might put me where I need to be. Aurora Quinn in the chat. Hi, how's it going? You're looking at me fumbling around making bad monetary decisions in a video game. Okay, so I don't know if I needed that extra 10,000, but we did it anyway. Just to be sure. It looks like I didn't. Would have been fine without it, but whatever. It is what it is. Customize. Can I customize this? Can I get anything? Let's see. What is this? A transmission. So there's a transmission I could do. And you know what? That would, let's see. That looks like that's actually a pretty big boost, and I can afford it, so, I think I did that. Let's go ahead and buy the truck. And we're gonna figure out what this does for the game, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Give me one moment while this loads. All right, an incredible cinematic little introduction here to my truck. And oh, it seems my controller turned off at some point. I don't know. There we go. All right, well, I'm gonna just try not to immediately smash everything. And what does this do? Okay, so this is looking at my stuff for Phoenix. Cool. I don't how do I how do I do anything? This isn't at all anything I want to deal with. Okay, so okay, this is what I want. All right, and now it shows the truck I actually have. That's neat. So I guess we're gonna look at the job market. And now I can do freight market. So we're gonna try this out. Presumably I'll have to go to the place to get the cargo to then take it to its destination. So we're in Phoenix now. So I could try this one. It's not the best value. It's not the biggest payout. But I don't have to go somewhere else to do it. Otherwise, I would have to go all the way up to the border of Utah there to get that one. This one actually... This one doesn't seem like it'd be too bad. I go up to Flagstaff here, and then up into... Oh no, that's not in Flagstaff. Why does it say Flagstaff then? Is it just in the middle of nowhere? What is this? Anyway.
Okay, here we go.
Oh yeah, I forgot. So a couple things. First of all, I have my lovely mug here as my actual character portrait, but I also have Geralt as my GPS voice. Because that was an option. I found out that there is an option in the game to turn on a voice GPS, which is something that I was saying I really wanted. Lucky me. And as it turns out, one of the voices you can get is just Geralt of Rivia. So of course I had to go with that option. Excuse me, sir.
You're going to hit something.
I am not. Calm down. Hey, I just discovered a new truck dealer. These people really... I didn't mean to fully stop this. These people really have no understanding of what a stop sign means when there is traffic coming without a stop sign. Like, Come on, man. If you're at a stop sign and there's people coming, you stop. I have to get used to controlling this game again. I don't know
Caution.
why.
You're exceeding the speed limit.
I don't know why, but I always feel like I have to
Slow down.
relearn how to
Get ready to turn left.
control this game again. Would certainly
Turn
like
left.
to. What I need to do next time is remember to use my PlayStation controller, since that has the pressure-sensitive triggers. That might be a little bit better for this game. Alright, so now, because I'm in my own truck and everything, I think I'm gonna have to worry about fuel and stuff, but I am completely full
Get
right
ready
now.
to turn left.
And I would imagine this will keep me covered
Turn left.
for a good little while, based on previous truck experiences I've had in this game. All right. Oh wow, I thought it was 75, but apparently that was before this little stretch. So we're heading up to Flagstaff, Arizona. Fairly prominent city there. Though I'm pretty sure on the map it actually showed a spot a good ways out of Flagstaff. That's the actual destination. So we're gonna see about that. Unless I was misinterpreting the map, I don't know. One thing I was kind of enjoying with this game offline while I was playing it a little bit was being able to have the radio on and just listening to some actual music. But obviously that is not really an option on stream. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. I know I've definitely seen people stream stuff and just have music going because they don't, you know, save the VODs or whatever the case might be anyway. But I do save the VODs, and also I just don't want to mess with any of that anyway. Because, I don't know. It seems like something better not to get tangled up in with copyright strikes and whatnot. He's a very energetic cat running all about my place right now, so if I end up getting distracted, that is probably why. So, also, you might see that on my overlay here that I'm using the Euro Truck Simulator icon on the bottom left, because similar to how I didn't go through the effort and get this prepared to
Keep right, and then exit right.
have the money to buy a truck without taking a loan, I've just been quite busy
Exit right.
with some D&D things, preparing to get some new campaigns
left.
running in the professional sense, so I have not had the time to put towards getting assets ready for this, and also playing this offline and such. So we are just going to have to make do with the incorrect game listing
Go straight.
for the time being. Fortunately,
How
because
many
the way
times
this,
do I have to tell you to slow down?
fortunately, because of the way this game works, I am able to just take the loans, so
You're
we're
going
able
too
to...
fast.
Calm down, dude. Jeez. I am able to bypass grinding out the money by just taking a loan, so it works out.
Do you even listen to me?
No, clearly I don't. I clearly don't listen to you, Mr. Geralt of Rivia.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
A buddy has also a buddy who's been talking to me about American Truck Simulator a little bit has also pitched some mods to me that I haven't. Again, that's another thing I haven't looked into because I've been busy with the D&D stuff. But in the future, we might see about playing with some of those mods and eventually unlocking all the other states and things that are DLC, which we currently don't have. We're at the very base level of the game, pretty much. I think we have some of the other content unlocked, but that's just because that was made available for free. So, it wasn't something I had to actually get myself. It was
Caution. You're exceeding the speed
it was
limit.
included with the game. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. As much as I like Geralt and having him shouting at me once in a while, we're gonna go ahead and turn off the speed notifications because we don't have we don't have the setting turned on where speed matters anyway. So while I'm not going to blatantly try just blasting through everywhere because that usually doesn't work out, that's how you roll trucks, it is a bit annoying just having him shouting about me speeding all the time. But I really do appreciate having the voiced navigation because you'll get the prompts like keep left, keep right, you know, get ready to turn left or right, and so on. Just incredibly useful prompts to have that the GPS doesn't have in any visual form, which is a bit unfortunate. So you're kind of required to have those voice alerts on to have a clearer understanding of where you need to be. Yeah, on the subject of D&D, I'm sure I've talked about it before. I know I've talked about it before. But I actually have an upcoming...
Turn left.
An upcoming D&D one-shot with some other streamers, other creators out there that I have had the pleasure of meeting. It is going to be a sort of a zombie-themed treasure hunt. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. It's going to be a single session, just a single stream. We're probably going to aim for about 2 to 4 hours with it. Date is TBD. We're still sorting that out now, but it sounds like we might have a time to start not next week, but the week after. But yet to be finalized, and I will definitely put out announcements and things when we get that all sorted. So stay tuned and keep an eye out for that.
Exit right. Exit right.
Otherwise, as far as D&D goes, I've just been working on prepping some upcoming campaigns that I run in the professional D&D professional GM realm, as opposed to anything streamed or anything, just offline games. But you know, the initial prep for getting a campaign started is always kind of the bulk of the whole ordeal. So
turn right.
Once those actually get started, I think things will calm down a little bit. Obviously, I'll still have you know, regular weekly prep and all that, but
turn right.
Otherwise, things will ease up a little bit.
You have arrived at your destination. Your route guidance is now finished.
And I'll be able to focus a little bit more on the stream things that I want to do.
Pedal to the metal, man.
Incredible. Okay, so I'm gonna have to get myself all turned around here. I think I could actually do it this way. Whoop. I kind of bumped into it a little bit. Not as on point as I would have liked, but you know, it's good enough. Good enough is good enough. Speaking of good enough, hopefully I have enough clearance there. That might be a little questionable. Looks like we're good. Okay. All right, we've started our first kind of open world freight job. Picked up the cargo. Could have gone a little bit more smoothly than it did, but it went well enough. And we are on our way to, I believe it was Page, Arizona. Which is all the way up on the northern border of the state.
Get ready to turn left.
And yeah, as far as fuel and things go, looks like we're still good.
Turn left.
I imagine probably have a higher fuel consumption when I actually have cargo than when I am driving free, so something to keep in mind, but I don't have that far to go, I don't think. It's all within the same state and everything. So I think we will probably be fine on fuel for this run. I had to briefly kind of pull my attention away from the game because my cat had dropped a cat toy and I needed to return it to him because otherwise he would have been horribly disappointed that he dropped his cat toy. He is precariously playing with it on the edge of my desk, so that is why he keeps dropping. But oh, I tried handing it back to him, and immediately, as soon as it was within reach, he started swatting at it while I was holding it. So he just knocked it out of my hand and threw it further away where I absolutely can't even reach it this time. Listen, bud, you're gonna have to go get it yourself. I can't go get it for you. There you go. He's looking at it. He's thinking about it. Times like this, it feels like it might be worth it to set up a cat cam because
Go straight.
I have a cat and I stream and people love cats. Now, what I might be able to do with these loans, because I ended up taking an extra one that I didn't need, which I could absolutely pay off immediately. Actually, while I'm on the road, I'm going to see if I can just do that now. If I can just do some on-the-move banking. Can I just... Yeah, we'll pay that immediately just so that we don't have to worry about any interest that we didn't need to accrue. And then potentially, I might be able to immediately pay off the other 10,000 once this job is done. Because this one will pay out about 10,000, probably a bit over 10,000, I think. And then if I can get a job right out of Page, like the one we saw before that was going back to Flagstaff, if that one or a similar one is still available, then we can easily keep making the money we need to make. Did I get the cities backwards? Is Flagstaff the one I'm going to and Page is where the stuff was, or was it the other way around? So I feel like the map said Flagstaff was... Okay, yeah, Flagstaff is this one. Page is up here. That's where I'm going. Quick jobs, save up, turn 50,000, buy a truck. Loans is for suckers. Yeah, well, the reason I decided to do loans is because I was planning to have my own truck at the start of this stream, and I just haven't had time to grind out the money off stream, so I just went with the loans instead. This guy's really making me obey the speed limit by 5 miles an hour.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Excuse me. There you go. You got the message.
Exit right. Turn left.
Well, this looks rather inconvenient.
Get ready to turn right.
That was way less inconvenient than I thought it was going to be.
Turn right.
I'm used to coming up to a rail crossing and having to wait like 5 minutes for a train to pass. Oh, I need to move my phone so I can actually see chat because one of my monitors has gone out, so I can only I can't have my Twitch chat up on the other screen like I normally do. Drove a load from Wyoming to Sinaloa, Mexico. Driving Mexico sucks butts. Can't read the signs and the roads are curvy and unpredictable. That's wild. I imagine it's similar to not fully, because I think you still drive on the right in Mexico, right? But as far as the signs go, I imagine it's similar to a little bit of the issue I was having with Euro Truck Simulator 2. Just a complete lack of understanding of most of the locations. Are you people really gonna make me go half the speed limit? Come on. Go, keep picking it up. Similar to European signs, follow metric, but are also in Spanish. Right. I definitely need to use a different controller next time. I completely forgot about it when I was starting up this time because I was running a little bit late. I'm still using the Switch Pro controller with no pressure-sensitive triggers, and I have yet to be able to get myself a nice little driving wheel.
At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit now.
I was using PS4 controller, so I got the wheel recently. Yeah, that's what I'm planning to switch to, is PS4 controller, because I have one of those, and I used to use that for all my PC gaming until I realized that I could use the Pro controller because of Bluetooth. But yeah, in a game like this, you kind of, you don't need it, but it really helps to have the pressure sensitive triggers. Canada mod and its border crossing is much nicer. Yeah, I definitely wanted to check that one out. When you mentioned it, you know, because in Canada they speak English and I understand how to drive on their roads. It does seem like a kind of a cool little additional thing to have border crossings in. But you don't really have to much significant degree in Euro Truck Simulator because it's all pretty much just open. I think it'd be really interesting to check out in this game. Forma, Mexico is also super high quality, but Canada is neat. I think as much as I would like to get some new gaming peripherals, you know, new controllers for things like this and stuff, I'm unfortunately going to have to focus on some other things. With one of my monitors going out recently, I have to see if I can get that repaired for fairly cheap, because the alternative is buying a, you know, $150+ monitor to replace it, which is less than ideal. And I am still without a normal desk chair, as at this point, what, probably half a year ago, my chair started to fall apart, the chair that I had, so I am using an alternative option, which is not the best for desk use. So I think there is a bit of priority there as well. Unfortunately, desk chairs, pretty expensive. Even if you're not getting like an obnoxious like
turn right.
gaming chair or anything like that, if you're just getting like a normal office chair, still kind of pricey.
Turn right.
Don't do a full stop. Keep going. There we go. Yeah, that's the kind of not the best turn there. It's really the problem with these shoulder buttons. It's all in.
Get ready to turn left.
But we are in Page, Arizona. Up on the curb a little bit. We're fine.
Go straight.
Lake Powell Boulevard. So, I gotta wonder, when they
get ready to turn right,
make these locations, are the streets and stuff actually based on like a small section of actual streets of those towns and stuff, or is it all just the roughest of approximations? Because if they're including like actual street names, then it seems like, you know, considering they're only doing like about a block of any given location, they could absolutely
turn left.
You know, do the very light research that they would need to do to actually recreate a small section of the actual location. Said kind of on time. Did I like take too long? Okay. I need to know where I'm supposed to take it. Is it right here? This thing completely decided to get rid of my navigation. Where am I? Nope, not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this. Okay, so I'm a little off. I need to straighten out. Let's just do it this way. Where am I? Who am I? What are directions? know what? This didn't go as planned, so let's just... Oh, I had it, apparently, even though I was, like, 2 or 3 feet off center. Alright. God, stop turning so much. There we go. Locations are roughly based on maps in the cities. Is outlying industries? I'm unsure. The map scale is 120 or so. Time passes faster on the highways than in cities and towns as well. Alright, so there is basically doing the same thing, just going the other way. That took me 5 hours, and this expires in 3 hours, though. Hold on, what's the expected? 9:31 to 1:41. Okay, that shouldn't be an issue then. I'm guessing the offer expires when you would no longer be able to meet that expectation reasonably.
You've got the contract. Now go.
This isn't the ideal driving spot. Yeah, let's just loop into here real quick. Cities, truck stops, etc. are 1:3 real time, everywhere else about 1:20. That's interesting. It seems like a consistent time frame would be the best instead of like different stages.
Turn right.
Want to throw the dirt a little bit, but it's fine. What's the worst that could happen? I suppose, like... Well, actually, how would you do this? Yeah, with the towns being so small, it seems like a faster rate of time would make more sense anyway, because...
Go straight.
To account for the amount of time it would take you to get through a town normally. But maybe 1 to 3 does that with the scale they have set.
Get ready to turn right.
You know what? I wasn't paying attention to that light, but we're just gonna go anyway.
Turn right.
That would be a real error to make when actually driving.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
I wish I could figure out how to turn down the sensitivity for the right joystick. Because the view snaps around way too quickly for my liking. I think, what do I think? What was I gonna say? Completely lost my train of thought immediately. My brain at this point has been, like, changed. It has been altered by tabletop RPGs. To the point now where, that little bit as I was driving and getting out of town and stuff, I was just thinking about aspects of driving in D&D. If you're in a game where you have like modern day vehicles or sci-fi or anything like that, where you have some sort of motor vehicles, I was just thinking about, it's like, man, you really kind of gloss over a lot of the elements about traffic and stuff in D&D, because obviously, like, what are you gonna do unless you're having like a drawn out kind of like role play scenario while in a vehicle, and you know, you can kind of fill in some of the setting the scene with descriptions of, you know, like the traffic and the environment and so on, like you normally would outside of a vehicle. But I don't know why, but for whatever reason, like, I'm just so in the TTRPG space, I guess, that is immediately where my mind went as soon as I started driving after picking up this cargo. Like, I was talking to someone about this game just yesterday about how, like, it almost felt nostalgic, because it's been a while since I've personally driven a vehicle in real life. And I was talking about how, like, it was nostalgic when I was, like, first started playing Euro Truck Simulator, and I threw on a blinker, and I was just sitting in a car, and I could hear the blinker going, and it felt like, man, this used to be a thing that I used to do. Because otherwise it's been several years since I've actually regularly driven a vehicle. I occasionally do now, but not nearly as commonly as I used to. But now, like, I've gone beyond that point, and it's no longer thinking about, like, the real life aspects of driving, and it's now looped into thinking about driving in tabletop gaming.
At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit now.
But I think part of that is because one of my favorite experiences in any TTRPG was playing in games that are set in a modern day. Um, I don't know why, I don't know what it is about it, but having access to those modern technologies, but in a roleplay scenario, is really interesting to me. And it's something I want to mess with again in the future. We kind of dabble with it in Horizon Exploration, which has been on hiatus for the holidays and such. Has yet to start up again for the new year, but we've dabbled with it there, even though that's sci-fi, so it's a little bit different. And in my Elysian Twilight Rebirth of the Jackdaw one-shot that I streamed last year, there were some elements of it, right? There was some reference to automobiles, and the one shot started aboard a train, so you could almost certainly get to dabble with it in that kind of environment as well if I do more with the Elysian Twilight setting. But really the kind of it feels different when you're playing in a fully modern setting, whether that's like comic book inspired, like superhero type content, or kind of near future, almost cyberpunk type stuff, or just otherwise, like just
keep left,
cell phones
left.
And cars and airplanes. It hits different. I think
left.
Is truly the best way I can put it, is that particular collection of words. And I don't know why. I don't know why that is the case, but it absolutely is. I think on that topic, that kind of campaign is something I've been really interested in starting up again. It can be, it gets complicated starting up a new game, because like I always want to start up a new game, but I always have too many games already going, or something, too much going on,
turn right.
where it ends up being a little bit much to handle all at once, right? Like, come on, keep going. Like, either it's just too much to be able to for me to be able to prep for all at once on a regular basis, or it's just like my schedule is so full that I can't find an opening to do something new, or whatever the case might be. But it's the easy ones to justify are the ones that I run professionally, right? Because that's how I make my living. That's what I do as a job. And so it's easy to say, well, I can start up this new game because I'm getting something out of it. That doesn't sound great saying it that way, but starting up a game just for fun, if it's cutting into the things I do professionally, the things that keep my life going, it's a lot harder to justify. So but then the problem with a lot of non-fantasy games is that people are most often, when they think Dungeons and Dragons or tabletop RPGs generally, a lot of the time their mind immediately goes to fantasy. So they don't even the idea of a non-fantasy tabletop RPG isn't even on the radar for a lot of people. So I think in that way it almost feels harder to start up one of those games professionally, because all the people who are looking to play in a campaign like that is set up professionally, they're expecting fantasy, and they're ready to play fantasy and not something else typically.
Go straight.
So it's kind of a rough situation for wanting to run those kinds of games, because it's easier to start it as just a casual among friends game, but then it's harder to justify if it's not a professionally run game. And that's just unique to my particular situation, because that is my career, but you know, that is how I make my living. But it's a very light, very very specific tragedy. But you know, maybe down the line I can see about streaming something like that, because streaming stuff is also easier to justify, because it is, in a way, it is something I'm doing professionally, even though I consider all my streaming content to be something I do more or less as a hobby.
Keep right. And then
I'm still
right.
investing in it like I would any other hobby, you know, so even if I'm not getting
Exit
money
right.
out of it, I can still justify it a little bit better, because
Turn right.
because it is that hobby, and it's not just something I'm doing just for fun, exactly, right? It's like hobbies, you do them for fun, you do them because that's what you enjoy doing, but it is also something you invest in, you know, it is something you put time and money in, and I feel like there is some distinction between
Get ready to turn right.
my streaming as a hobby and my D&D as a hobby, because
Turn right.
I don't know.
And then turn right.
Oh, this guy's gonna get hit. Oh, he did not get hit. He is lucky. I don't know how he managed to
Turn right.
avoid being struck, but
We're here. Now drop the load and go.
I don't know if my trailer is gonna be straight enough to count here. It certainly isn't. Oh, and I'm way further forward than I thought I was. Well, if you're gonna take it at this point, I will offload. All right. Got an extra bonus for urgency, apparently. I'm just gonna hit continue. I've got a skill point. Let's go ahead and take a long distance. Actually, maybe I should. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take long distance now so that I can start getting at least a little bit of a bonus for those, and then I'll get fuel economy afterwards. Let's see. I can... Where is my money? I have 27,000. So I can absolutely do that. Completely pay that off before I have to do anything with it. And then, so... The almost $2,000 per day, does that just get added on every day that goes by? Or is it like actually like, am I going to be billed for that much each day? I don't know fully how this works. All right, look at that. I am almost an enthusiast. We're getting there. Oh, that's interesting. I got 80 XP for free roam there. Why is that separated? Like, what are the numbers along the bottom? Is that like trips I've taken? If so, why was free roam Oh, I guess because I had to go to pick up the cargo. So that's what that one was. All right. Yeah, let's look at the job market again. Hold on. What are external contracts? Okay, so that's how you do gifts, I guess. Where's that going? Be going into California to do that one, even though it's completely contained to Arizona otherwise. I want to check, because that was actually mentioned up here. So apparently you can, if you do 15 gifts, you get something. Get something special, an achievement and a paint job. I don't know that I care about that too much, but I would if I ended up trying to do that, I would be just grinding that out off stream probably. So I am just kind of curious. I do want to try one though, and it's, you know, 13,000. That's not too bad. Almost 14. This one would be a much shorter trip, but this one pays out so much better. Let's give it a shot. We'll see how it goes.
Come on, there's a job to do.
Turn it around real quick. Alright, so I've got a Christmas trailer now. A holiday trailer. And I'm going somewhere. I'm gonna need to get fuel along the way. I didn't even consider fuel.
Turn left.
But it is something I'm gonna super duper need, because I'm about halfway down, it looks like.
Turn left. Could
potentially be enough to get me where I'm going. But also, what if it's not? We bumped him a little bit, but we're good. So I think I don't know, I guess on the way I'm gonna keep my eye out for an opportunity to get fuel. I have never gotten fuel in this game, so I don't know. I've also never gotten fuel in a big truck like this in real life, so I don't know what the process is going to be like. Especially with a trailer attached, if that is going to get involved in some way. You know, obviously I can't just drop into
Get ready to turn right.
any normal gas station, I would imagine. I've truly never seen
Turn right.
a truck in a normal gas station, only in, you know, their very specific little section of truck stops and whatnot. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna just go until I see a truck stop or something on the navigation. You know, I thinking about D&D again and thinking about trucking like this uh, gave me the idea for, I don't know if it's something that would hold up for a long-term campaign, but a sort of a game where the party is involved in hauling cargo between destinations, so they don't really have a single point that they go to regularly necessarily, but instead, like as a sort of stronghold equivalent type situation, they would have their truck or their vehicle, whatever it might be, that they can invest in and make nicer and stuff like that. But to make that interesting, I thought you might have to do something like make the party part of some sort of like underworld organization that is hauling like illicit goods or something, or some sort of like security detail for a cargo thing. Honestly, it'd be a lot easier to make it work in like a post-apocalyptic setting, like where again your truck is your stronghold, and you're in a post-apocalypse. You know, you're carrying vital cargo for different settlements, maybe settlements and trading posts and so on, and it makes it a lot easier to drop combat into the scenario if you're in a lawless world, right? So either something like cyberpunk, like kind of a near future dangerous
Go straight.
type situation, or else post-apocalypse, again, lawless, kind of almost a Wild West situation. On that topic, you could absolutely easily make a campaign out of that for a Wild West setting as well, which I think would be a lot of fun. But to keep like the vibes and the theming of just having a huge truck that's hauling a trailer full of cargo, I think post-apocalyptic would probably be the best way to go. And I think it'd be a lot of
Go
fun.
straight.
And I might have to see about running a campaign like that at some point, now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know if that would be like something I do on stream, or again, something I try to run professionally, but it's definitely something I would be interested in looking into. I think I could do something with that really easily. And make something really fun out of it. Now, I passed through a town a little while ago, and I could have probably fueled up there, but we're just gonna hope there's something else along the way. Because I didn't stop there, obviously.
Go straight.
I feel like the ideal situation would be for there to be like a truck stop off the side of the highway. I feel like I've seen stuff like that, you know, traveling long distance in real life, so like maybe I could be so fortunate as to come across such a thing. But who knows? We'll see as we're going here. Crossing into California already? Or soon, at least?
Keep right, and then exit right.
Alright, looks like I am exiting here.
Exit right. Turn left.
Oh, this guy's gonna get hit. Oh, he did get hit. Is he gonna go? Or because I hit him, is he gonna just sit there? Okay, he's gone. So something I might do as I'm getting more into this game is I might at some point turn on traffic infractions and stuff like that again. I mainly turned it off as I was getting used to the game, and because my control scheme isn't exactly ideal for not speeding, because just like mouse and keyboard, I'm kind of just all in on the throttle. There's no like easing into it with like I would have with a pressure sensitive like PlayStation controller or something. So but you know, if I keep playing this regularly and I get really into it, then yeah, I might see about turning those back on, just to kind of increase the realism and such, I guess. Really hoping I come across a truck stop on the way here. Might need to keep an eye out for signs for such things. Or if I pass through a town that's got a gas station or something, I might need to just stop there instead. Hold on, do we have... I mean, the icon on the map makes me think it's a rest stop, but if it's also like a place where I can get fuel, that would be super handy. I don't even know... You know, we're gonna just kind of explore a little bit. We're gonna see.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
Looks like it is just a rest stop. Doesn't seem like they have any options for fuel, so. right. Hold on. That guy pulled off somewhere else. That's... Oh, I don't want to hit a person again. Okay, they're just pulling off onto the fake streets.
Go straight.
I'm getting real low on fuel. It's going to be real tragic if it turns out that I completely botched this by not getting fuel back in the town that I initially left. I am, what, 2/3 of the way there? I don't remember exactly how far it was, but I feel like it might be a rough estimate of how far I've gone. You know, I don't have super far left to go, but I really don't know if that little amount of fuel is going to carry me all the way there. What's happened on my phone here? It took me out of the stream manager. I must have hit the back button on accident. Yeah, I feel like this kind of game, and I haven't really capitalized on it that much, but I feel like this kind of game being, you know, no music, just kind of the sounds of the road, the truck, and everything. And my voice really feels like it's an ideal time to kind of sit and brainstorm about D&D campaigns and stuff. But the main reason I haven't done it with this game, I think, is because initially when I was doing that in Starbound, I had a document that I had open on a different screen that I could just Alt-Tab to, and I could type in my thoughts as they came up pretty quickly. But Alt-Tabbing in this game is a whole situation for some reason. I might have enough fuel to make it.
Keep left, then turn left.
So trying to do it with like a digital file is
turn left.
Kind of problematic, but what I might be able to do instead is just go a little bit more old-fashioned and have a notebook, so I can just jot down on paper what my thoughts are as they come up if I do something like that. For example, the post-apocalyptic globe-trotting cargo hauling adventure I was talking about. I don't have that noted down anywhere, so I'll have to try to remember that until I'm done with the stream here and can actually jot it down. But yeah, I guess part of the problem with trying to come up with, you know, brainstorming and stuff is also that while I'm doing this, my thoughts are entirely locked in the realm of trucks and cargo hauling and stuff like that. So I'm not really
keep right, and then exit
thinking
right.
too much about other options.
Exit right.
Other ideas for what a campaign could be and stuff like that. It's just not coming to me because I'm all in on the truck driving right now. That is the thing at hand. All right, so I seem to have made it.
Get ready to
and
turn
there is
right.
a spot for fuel here that I can stop into as soon as I
Turn
offload
right.
this cargo.
This is where it ends.
This is where it ends is a very menacing way of saying you've reached your destination. But it also absolutely feels like something you would hear Geralt say on a regular basis. So, kind of works out that way. Hey, I offloaded a trailer and I didn't even have to reposition myself twice. All right. I think we'll just head back into driving real quick. I'm going to try to loop the truck around. I don't think I'll be able to... yeah, there's no other way around here, but I can more easily turn in this open space without having to really take care of doing efficient turning. Alright, so I just need to get to that gas station right next door. And then we can consider taking another job. Walbert, 50% off the value. You know what? I think this is supposed to be an exit only, but deal with it. I am truck. I am big. I go where I want. You cannot stop me. Okay, I guess I have to use the keyboard for this one. I don't know how much fuel the truck can actually hold. $166.93 gallons is what I got. So it's probably close to like 175 gallons or something. If it rounds it at that neat of a number, I don't know. All right, so I assume it's paid already. Okay, there we go. All right. I want to look. You hit my elbow on my desk. Okay, so this hasn't changed. But I'm definitely well on my way to already paying that off. Oh, there's quick travel in this game? I didn't even know that. I'm guessing you can only go to... So, like, all these, it says city has no service. So I'm guessing you can only quick travel to, like, the main cities. But then these other ones out here say the city was not visited. But I'm almost positive I haven't been to San Francisco in this game. I don't think I've been to Vegas. So I don't know why those ones are marked as available, but it is what it is. I would be really interested in checking out their new Texas one, but obviously I want to pick up the whole pack. It'd be really interesting to see if they keep going with this until they've got the entire continental United States. That would be really cool. Let's look at the job market. I do want to take a look at more of these gifts. These pay out pretty well. They go pretty far, but they pay out pretty well. This one would take me into California, so that'd be neat, I guess. But let's see. This one's taking me 321. This one's 291. Honestly, a pretty small difference for almost $2 grand difference of cash, so we're gonna go with the better paying one. It's also the better value per distance, technically, I guess, so I don't even have to really question it.
Let's go.
Alright, so I just have to get across the street there. Where's the entrance to their lot? Is it on the right there? We'll just...
Turn right, and then turn left.
Whoops. Kind of stopped and I
Turn
didn't mean
left.
to.
Here we are, safe and sound.
So these gifts are being delivered from... What was it? Walbert? I think Walbert was the name of the... on the building.
Time to get the job done.
Close to scraping the building there, I think. And this is probably going to be even worse. Because I gotta fully
Turn right.
loop around. This is the worst lot that could ever be. Can I just brute force it? Nope, not at all. It's still further back than I thought it was. You people need to get the heck out of here. It's a much less menacing horn than I was hoping for. There we go. Clearly, the worst lot anyone could have ever invented. And I will not accept any opinions otherwise.
Turn right.
But if anyone has any factual evidence of worse lots, I will accept those. Alright, but full on fuel and ready to go. I think this is going to be like a 6-hour trip. Heading across Arizona with these gifts. Pull in for... at the... I was coming up on this way station, so it wanted me to pull in here. £76,000. That's a lot of vehicle. I think the majority of that is the cargo. Alright, I don't remember where I was taking this. But we're on the way. Now, thinking about a campaign where the whole concept, say we've got a post-apocalypse, right? Maybe this is something that we could start in Hope Falls, but leave and venture out across the entire remnant of the United States. Hope Falls obviously is set right in the heart of the Great Wastes, up in kind of the what is in real life the Midwest of the U.S. But you know, in a campaign where you are more regulated to a single area, I feel like in this case of a post-apocalypse, it's really easy to set up an enemy for that area, right? Like, say you want local raiders, monsters or something that were created in a particular area or something. Super easy to do. But when I think about a campaign that is constantly moving, as far as enemies go, like regular enemies, like a consistent threat to the party, maybe someone who is specifically after them, the main thing that comes to mind is just creating a particular band of roving raiders that have no problem with being on the move. And with raiders, that makes sense. That works really well because they are raiders. They are going to... They don't necessarily need to stay in one area. In fact, staying in one area could be to their detriment unless they're clever and set up some deals with local settlements to kind of extort those people for their goods. Nomadic raiders, however, constantly on the move, they can go in and they can take a place for all it's worth and not have to worry that there's never going to be anything left to take from that place again, because they're never going to be back in that place again. So, yeah, the main type of enemy that comes to mind would be one or more packs of nomadic raiders. Obviously, in any region you go through, you can have enemies specific to that location as well. But I can't think of anything that isn't human enemies that would work really well for a nomadic campaign. You know, in fantasy and stuff, you've got a little bit more leniency because you have a lot more monster types to work with, a lot of which aren't relegated to specific areas in the world, like demons and eldritch horrors and undead and stuff. You know, all that stuff can show up pretty much anywhere. And I guess maybe you could say the same with post-apocalyptic enemies, you know, mutants and zombies and you know, human enemies and stuff like that. They can show up anywhere. But for a group that's constantly on the move, like zombies constantly being on the move, it feels like the classic zombie fantasy is that they are kind of gonna just hang out wherever they are, and they're not gonna move a ton unless they are specifically chasing something. But also, I wouldn't want to put the constant threat of zombies necessarily on the players unless it was a zombie survival campaign, which could absolutely be the case. It could be zombies in Hope Falls that are the threat. You know, maybe there's an outbreak in the area of Hope Falls that leads to people leaving. Maybe it leads to this group that managed to get a truck or two going to actually leave the ruined city. because the outbreak was so bad. And then along the way, they maybe come across people who need this very important cargo delivered. Like, you know what? Actually, it's starting to come together, right? The ideas for a campaign are starting to formulate. Campaign starts in Hope Falls, but there is a drastic zombie outbreak. Just such a severe outbreak that the Crossroads Trading Post determines that their rangers aren't going to be enough to keep the Crossroads safe. So instead, they decide to pack up what they can into various delivery vehicles, trucks, or whatever they might have readily available. And maybe they've used their contacts through being a trading post to organize some deliveries to be made. And the player characters would be one of these expeditions. They would have a truck from the Crossroads. They would have cargo that they have to deliver to a specific location. And they would set out on the Long 90 or, something like that. Actually, the Long 90 is probably the best way to go.
Go straight.
Because the Long 90 goes across, east and west. It goes across pretty much the entire country. So they could get on the Long 90 from the Crossroads and they could take off in this truck. And once they leave, they leave with the understanding that Hope Falls is going to be a lost cause. It is going to fall to the zombies. And, without significant manpower at least, there would be no taking it back. Significant manpower and resources. So you would need a lot of ammunition, you would need a lot of weaponry, a lot of personnel, and a lot of food and water to keep those people going. So they head out on the Long 90. But zombies, being drawn in by the noise and the commotion and the lights and everything else, are probably going to pursue these vehicles that set out, at least for a while. And zombies aren't the fastest thing, but vehicles are very loud, and that noise, without any of the other noise pollution of, a modern society, that noise will probably carry for a good long while. And anytime the party stops, which they'll regularly have to do because they're human beings, anytime they stop will be a little bit of time for those zombie hordes to catch up. But also along the way, there's not just zombies. There's also going to be raiders. There's going to be nomadic bands of raiders pursuing the party because maybe a group of raiders, like an offshoot of the local raider gangs from Hope Falls, caught wind of what the Crossroads was doing, and they sent out raiding parties. They're like, hey, we realize that this place is a lost cause too. We can try to hold out for as long as possible, but we're probably all going to get turned in the end if we stay here. So instead, we split up. There are a lot of us. We split into lesser groups, and we chase down these cargo trucks, these convoys that are setting out, because they have supplies, they have a lot of resources. Just taking one of these trucks would be invaluable to the raiders. Zombies, why not the changed? Whatever you call zombies could be a million things, but for the purposes of making it clear what we're talking about, at least for the planning stage, zombies works well enough. You could have walkers, you could have the infected, you could have zombies. It could be any number of things as media has shown in various zombie stories. But point being, everyone knows what zombies are, so explaining it as zombies at least is the easiest way to go. Actually, if I wanted to go that route, calling them the Fallen would probably fit really well because they would be originating from a place called Hope Falls. But yeah, so you've got a constant threat of zombies, making it problematic for the party to linger in any place for too long. They could absolutely linger, but if they do, the longer they do linger, the more of a threat the hordes become. Then you've got human enemies like raiders that will regularly be impeding the party actively. Like, they are specifically intelligent enemies that will be chasing down the party, looking to waylay them in whatever ways they can. But then you can also have other enemies, things like mutants and I don't know, maybe aliens or other horrific things that could show up, which may not be actively chasing down the party as much, but would be regular threats in places that the party goes.
Keep left.
You could also throw robots in there just for good measure, because everyone likes robots once in a while. And in a post-apocalypse, robots can be a fun enemy type. I think I've got something there. We've got the kind of the groundwork laid out for some regular enemies, for a goal for the party, and sort of the
go straight.
The basics of what the overall campaign will be. Still very much be a sandbox type game, as I think a post-apocalypse thrives in a sandbox, but the sandbox will, instead of being a specific location, it would be the entirety of the post-apocalypse North America, or the Americas, or possibly beyond if the party ends up getting to the coast and they decide they want to, cobble together a boat and take to the ocean. Or possibly find some means to take to the air and fly across the ocean. There are options there. And I think that would be really cool. I think that'd be a really fun campaign to run. I will just have to hold on to these thoughts for a little while until I eventually finish up with this stream and can write them down.
Then exit right.
But, 15 minutes or so?
Exit right.
10-15 minutes before we wrap up, probably. I'm going to try to finish out this this job, and that might actually be it.
Keep right, and then continue straight.
If I start another job, then it's going to probably take me...
Go straight.
Another half hour or so at least, before we get done, and I'd rather end closer to the hour. But this campaign idea is definitely something I'm going to start jotting down and maybe start pitching it as something to run on stream with some other people. I might try to put together a regular, consistent party for a long-term streamed post-apocalypse campaign. The problem with doing a modern campaign is I have a source for maps for fantasy, but much less for modern or post-apocalypse, so I'll have to look into something for that I can use on stream. It'd be really handy if I could get in touch with maybe the guys that do Shadow Plans or something. Because those are pretty good maps. They're not the best for zombie apocalypse, but, you know, it would be something at least. If they would allow the use of their maps on streams. We'll have to see. I'll have to start reaching out to or looking into some map makers that I'm familiar with to see if I could get something that would cover that sort of content. Because I would really like to run this campaign now. I think the setup could be really fun. I think the roleplay in a post-apocalypse could always be a lot of fun, and the sandbox style of it, I think, would be exciting. And it looks like we're coming up on our destination now. Just up ahead.
And then turn left.
Reaching Sierra Vista here.
Turn left.
And I think I am probably going to kind of grind the game a little bit off screen. I'll probably end up paying off my loan just in doing so. But I also want to see if I can knock out these 15 gift deliveries to get whatever that gives me. Because I'd only have about 5 days, I think, to do it, which isn't a ton of time. It's definitely not something I would be able to do the next time I stream, because I'm not going to be doing another I'm not going to be doing another Truck Simulator stream until at the earliest next week.
Keep left, and then turn left.
Left? Well, that was a little bit of damage that I didn't need to incur. I thought I had to be... Whoop. Slow down. I thought I was going to have to be on the right there.
Finally, we are here.
Alright, where do I need to put this? I need to put it over there? That's inconvenient. That's not gonna work. Oh, this place sucks too. Might be able to... What is that guy doing with that window, or that door? Gotta do a wider... This isn't gonna work, but... Let's see if we can brute force it. Did it work? It worked. Sometimes you just need to brute force it, and everything works out in the end. All right. Another gift delivery. Got almost 20,000 on that one. I think I thought it was going to be 19 something. Did we miss out on some of the base payment? Not sure. Got our skill point, so like I said, we're gonna do that into fuel economy because, I mean, a 10% bonus is pretty big. 5% for every point after that, to a total of 35% fuel saved. Means being able to go longer distances without stopping. which is pretty big. Pretty good. So yeah, I'm 2 out of 15. I want to look at this Cruising Texas. Do I need the Texas DLC for this one? Since it's Cruising Texas, I assume I do. Tour from any city in Texas. Yeah. And that is also the 15th. So I don't even have the Texas DLC. I'm definitely not going to even bother with that. But the Christmas Reflections, I think I'm going to try to do real quick. Not real quick, but before it's over. Horned lizard themed truck paint. And an achievement. What was the community thing on this one? Lines of Reflection trailer paint job. Special cabin item reward for both games based on the themes Love, Peace, Hope, and Care. File tier offering a beautiful matching trailer paint job. Alright, well that's interesting. Recommend boosting high value cargo to 3 as soon as possible and taking the flammable liquid endorsement. You know, maybe I'll look into that. That emoticon after the fact leaves me a little suspicious. But, you know, we'll definitely see. I was curious what these really give you. Like, do the different hazmat things pay out better? Are they more fragile? Is there a significant danger to carrying them? Like, I don't know how hazardous cargo works in this game at all, so. Oh, I accidentally turned off my phone. Those jobs will average 40k plus, and you can take different trailers. Okay. Well, good information to have. Definitely something I will look into. Long distance does definitely seem nice to have, because I feel like even if the trip takes longer, having a big payout because of it feels real good. So, you know, a big payout all at once seems nice. So yeah, that is going to be it for this American Truck Simulator stream. What have we got going on? This week, on Thursday, as usual, we're going to be jumping into Project Hivecore Minecraft streams. Friday, we're going to do some No Man's Sky. I think I'm going to do some more of those more recent quest lines that they have added in through updates. Doing the Sentinel stuff and also whatever the Space Pirate stuff is. Let's go here because I don't have game audio anyway. And then on Saturday, we're planning to play some Human Fall Flat with special guest Nefeltanen, Nefeltanen, however you might decide to say that name. Apparently, it's never right, so we'll see. We're looking to do that around 8 o'clock, CST, CDT, of course. But yeah, stay tuned for that. I think that's going to be a good, fun time. I've never played that game multiplayer. I've only dabbled with it a little bit playing solo, so we're going to see how it goes. But I think it'll be a lot of fun. Otherwise, that's it for the stream. So everyone who has been watching, everyone who has stopped by on the stream, anyone who's in the chat, anyone who's lurking, anyone who is checking out the VODs on YouTube after the fact, thank you guys for coming by. I appreciate you, each and every single one. And I look forward to seeing you again next time. Till then, have a good one.